you make yourself more than just a man, then you become something else entirely. Which is a legend.
So Batman Begins from 2005 then. For those of you who haven't seen it, this is the story of Batman in his early days, the story of Bruce Wayne becoming Batman. So why did I pick this? So this was our 200th episode then. When it was your 100th episode, Alice, I basically said, oh, you could pick Terminator 2 if you want, which is your favourite film. And you basically said to me, why don't you pick a film that you just really want to talk about and you really love? And I think this really, really deserves more credit. Maybe not critically, I just love it and just really want more people to love it like I do. But anyway, critically then, Alice, how did it do?
So on IMDb at the time of recording, it gets an 8.2 out of 10. And then over on Rotten Tomatoes, the critics give it 85% and the audience give it 94%. There is so much to like in that, and I won't be able to cover it all in this video. But one of the main standout things for me in this is Christian Bale and how he plays Batman. I think Christian Bale is a phenomenal actor. We've spoken about this before. He's probably one of my favorites. And I love this depiction of Bruce Wayne and of Batman. You get some real growth and real development in this, and you can really understand and see why he is the way he is. Christian Bale has a way, I think, of really losing himself in a character. You never feel like he's acting or that he's just trying to remember a script. And it's so effective in this.
The overall cast are brilliant as well. It might be, for me, it might be the best cast comic book film of all time. The world creation is really great. There's an element of feeling like, Gotham feels like a real place. And what they did, they put great effort into showing the deprivation and the economic crisis that Gotham is going through, that is sort of led to the death of Bruce Wayne's parents, which in turn almost led to Gotham birthing its own savior in Batman, which I do really, really like. Is there anything you didn't like about it? I mean, this is tough, but is there anything? Can you nail anything down?
There was really. So I do think that some elements of the script were quite basic and quite simple and were lacking some nuance. Now, it wasn't all the way through, but there was just the odd conversation that was very surface level and just felt very obvious. The other thing as well is sometimes it's really, really cheesy. Like, for as dark as this version of Batman is, some of it is very cheesy. But neither of those things ruined my enjoyment of the film.
So, obviously, I picked it because I wanted to talk about it, but would you say there's any argument there that this is underrated or underseen?
I think critically it is appropriately rated, but I do think that this film lives in the shadow of The Dark Knight. So in that way, I do think that maybe you could say it is a little bit underrated.
I do think there's a point for me, which is it didn't do that well at the box office. I think it was like between 300 and 400 million. Now, for a Batman film, that really isn't that much. You've got Marvel films now that people really don't care about that will make that without even really breaking a sweat. So I do think there's an element that it could have made more money at the box office.